Pound Scrap with Brenda. I'm Brenda, and we're here with another episode of Free Pattern Friday. And this one I'm calling Triangles, Rectangles, and Squares. Oh my! You remember in the Wizard of Oz, they go lions and bears and tigers. Oh my! And lions and tigers. Yeah, well, this is what we're calling this one here: Triangles, Rectangles, and Squares. Oh my! And it just creates such a cool block. And you could have so much fun with the layouts on this block. We thought, okay, now we just made it in 2 colors, and you could play around with the color choices or whatever. You could put in like a 3rd color if you'd like. But we thought, oh, this would make such an effective graphic chain across quilts, right? So it would be a lot of fun. But okay, let's get on to all the shout outs and all the rest of the stuff we talked about first. Beth at My Sewing Room is always my favorite. And Jean Lorraine at Quilt As You Go for Beginners. Now, both those YouTubers are going to be in our show notes below. Yes, they're having lots of fun on their channel. You got to go check them out. If you haven't checked out either one of these guys, you know, you got to go do that. I believe Jean Lorraine is just newer. She's a newer one. But you've probably seen Beth around too. She does some amazing stuff. Also, we have Zoom sew dates in our show notes or description box below, and we just have a ball in there, and you guys are all invited, and there's a Zoom link there that you can click on the date, and we just tell people, come. If you don't feel like sewing anything that day and you want to bring your knitting, bring it. It's all fine. We're all inclusive, not exclusive. If you want to help our channel out, as well as the 2 YouTubers that I mentioned below, make comments, thumbs up, share, like, subscribe. Hype is a new thing you can do on your phones, your cell phones, and then hit the bell so you don't miss content. All of those things help drive our analytics, and it keeps pushing us forward so we get to introduce to all sorts of other quilters that are watching, right? So we just have a lot of fun. We also have a Facebook group that hosts we have a virtual sewing room that's hosted by Discord within the Facebook group. We have all sorts of fun chats, and we do fabric exchanges, and the admin said, please answer the questions and agree to the rules, otherwise I can't let you in. We're trying to keep that a very safe, happy space for people that love to quilt. Also, I speak for free and to quilting guilds and quilting groups, and you can contact me either through the email address that's given on the About page on my YouTube channel, or you can message me directly through the Facebook group. I'm a little faster on Facebook than I am on email, so keep that in mind. Also, you guys, if you hear a shout out or you see a channel, a quilting channel, that probably needs some shout out, or it has interesting voice, or something that's very appealing, please pass them my way. I'd be happy to give them a shout out. I really would. And again, the email address is under the About tab, or you can message me through the Facebook group. Now, we also have 2 challenges and or collaborations, right? The first one's the Quilters Challenge, and that involves Future Cat from New Zealand, Kelly from Kelly's Quilts and Crafts, Sam Alberts, Deb from Sewing with Debbie, Silly Moon Quilting with another Kelly, and Michelle from Bits and Pieces, and myself. Now, we are well underway with these challenges. Now, it's that basically we have come up with a theme, and we're challenging ourselves and our viewers to what does that mean to you? When we mention this theme, what does it bring to mind for you? And we've had some beautiful, beautiful things come out of this challenge. The other challenge now or the collaboration, is being ran by Donna, by Handmade with Ying with Donna, and she's assembled a group of YouTubers that are coming up with some very back to basic skills for beginners. Now, we're having lots of fun. I've done my filming for all of the ones that I signed up for, and we're just having so much fun, teaching skills. Now, if you're a quilter like myself and you picked up bad habits along the way, it's perfect for you to watch. So again, any of those YouTube links, subscribe so you don't miss the content, because we're just having a lot of fun. And I think that's it. Yes, come on in. Let's get to the sewing of Triangles, Rectangles, and Squares. Oh my! Okay, so we're at the sewing machine, and wow, we got my mom's sewing machine back out, and we figured, okay, it's time for her to go. The other one's starting to sound really rough. All of a sudden, it was like, and I had oiled it and cleaned out as much fluff and whatnot that I could. and it was like sounding just rougher and rougher, and I thought, okay, something's wrong. Something's wrong with the tension, so it's time to go in the shop, or timing or whatever. Now, what we're doing is we're doing the half square triangles first, because for some reason they appear to be the hardest part of this block, which, I mean, there's really no hard bits in this block. Now, if you had an easy angle ruler, you could cut these triangles out of a 4.5 inch strip. That would make your cutting really simple, but, you know, we're working with what we got. And I'm just going to trim off the corners here. I use the conventional way because, you know, sometimes I don't know what size fabric you've got in your scraps, but mine is like pretty thin. Now we're going to take out a 4 patch here and put that together just like so. And that's the next seam, so I'll get that. And the 4 patches are next. 4 patches aren't hard, really. I mean, you know, you sew your straight seam, you do the best you can, and we're just chaining them, putting them all through. There we go. Now, yeah. So what I do is I go a little deeper. I don't do a 40, like a, you know, 90 degree. I go a little deeper just to reduce the bulk in the corners, because I find it helps. That all helps the block. Now you press to the dark. Just gonna give this a quick finger press. Yes, we are. There we go. And then press to the dark. So this one goes this way, and this one goes the other way. And now they nest it beautifully. Here we go. I'm just gonna cut that connecting thread so I can get right in there and make sure it's properly matched good. There we go. Mom's sewing machine sounds quite a bit different than the other one. And I just like, wow, I miss the sound of this thing. You know, it's funny how using this just suddenly calms me down, because it's like I'm, you know, with my mom in her sewing room, and it's just, it's fun. It's just like a lovely little, a lovely sound. And all of these 301As, now I have 4 301As. Not all of them have different voices when you sew on them, which is very strange, because I mean, it's all the same machine, right? Okay, there we go. Put those back. And now I'm going to just sew one of these on to every, there. There we go. There we go. Come on, come on, come on. There we go. Well, get that out of the way. There. We're lining up the next bit of sewing that we have to do. Now, what I did with the 4 patch is I popped it open just like this, right? Folded it open. And then, okay, watch. I just pulled that center apart. So now the center will lie absolutely flat, and it creates a little 4 patch in here, right? So that's kind of a quick, simple way to get your 4 patch to lay absolutely flat. Now we're going to line this up again, so it's going to create this line, and it goes away from the red. And it goes away from, or it goes pressed to the dark, I guess is the best way of explaining it. There we go. And that goes here, but let's get these other rectangles on. because we have to get those on. There we go. This is a really easy block to cut out. I was quite surprised how easy it was to cut out. I was like, wow, that didn't take any time at all. I was like, it's kind of nice when you have one of those blocks. It's like, you know, you're not doing all these crazy templates. You're not doing all this insanity, you know. And it's a nice block to do for a Friday, you know, especially if you had a hard week and you just want something fun and quick. Now these I'm just going to press away from, and get that on here, and run this through. There. There we go. There we go. Get that all lined up. Perfect. Perfection. Perfection. So what you want to do is you want to get all of these units first. Ooh, wait, that's got to go in. Okay. So this has to go in on the triangle. Otherwise, it's not going to match. There we go. Okay, now, oops. Oh, this has got to go in too. This can't go this way. This, okay, normally we would just push it, but we're going to push it to, so it fights against that one seam, and that way it will lie just a hair flatter. Okay, so let's get this one sewed together, and now when we flip that so that it will sew nice and flat, lay flat, it nests. Right? So that's kind of where we have to look at, where is this going to nest? We want it to nest where it will lie the flattest. Okay. There we go. And this too. All right. There we go. Line that up. You just take your time. Lining it all up. There. There we go. Now I think we just press this like this, and this goes this way, and there we go here. I know, just press one at a time. Just do one at a time. It's fine. There. Now these don't have to be. There we go. Now here I'm going to just lay all of them out at one time so I can see, so you guys can see what I'm doing, because I think, you know, we've done a lot of like, oh, let's do this, just do this. And this and this, and it's like after a while people get a little confused. So what I'm going to do is stop here. There we go. I don't even have leader enders here today. Oh my goodness. We've been doing lots and lots of sewing. Okay, so this goes to the middle like that. Now, none of these seams. Now when you're doing this, you got a 4 patch, just like that, right? Just like that. Can you see the 4 patch? Okay. None of these seams now that are here need to line up with anything. So it makes the block really simple to put together, because now you're just putting it together like a 4 patch. And you're just going to flip it over just like that. And you're going to run down. This is what I love about how sometimes these blocks just go together just like magic, you know. Okay, there we go. Now, can you imagine if this was all done scrappy and had an entire quilt of this? I mean, you could lay out, you know, 35 blocks and have a nice twin that you'd lay out in a 5x7, you know, or you could do queen and do 64 blocks and 8x8, you know, because that would just make a really nice quilt, right? Okay, yeah, we're going to take that and give it a little pull, and then I'm just going to put this back out so you can see, and we got it all laid out, right? We only got the one seam now to do. Everything's falling in perfectly together. So what you're going to do is you're going to take it and, oops, I got the board out of the way. Line this up at the edge. Go. Here, oops. Yep, that's going the right way. Okay, now I'm just going to cut this, and I'm going to make sure that these fall into the dark. So it's like pressed to the dark, or the medium in this case, because it's a medium red. It's not really a dark red. And here we go. I'm going to make this go under the foot so it doesn't flip. Yes, and there we go. And just quick as a bunny, just like that, we have a quilt. Now let's just quickly go over the pressing again. Mostly it's pressed to the dark. And now, okay, so now here we have a 4 patch, and we're going to pop open that seam again just by giving it a twist and creating just a little 4 patch in the center. There. And now this block is going to lie really flat. Really flat. And we might have to, yeah, we'll probably have to give it a little smushing with an iron, but it'll lie lovely. Like the smushing here has to be here and here, but you know, that can't be helped. But yeah, so this is going to lie really flat when it gets a good iron on it. So now the 4 patches we swirl to keep the center flat. The triangles we press to the dark. And then this outer piece here, the 2.5 by 4.5, and then the 2.5 inch squares, you try and press to the dark the best you can, right? Because that's how we managed to get all of this together, is pressing to the dark. And then you just sew it together like a 4 patch, and you create a little swirl here, and everything's going to lie flat. So let's get to our ta-da moment. Okay, so here's our triangles, rectangles, and squares. Oh my, triangles and rectangles and squares. Oh my. This is so cute. Now, if you played around, because it's got a chain through, you can play around with this. You can put it on point. You can do all sorts of fun stuff with this and just have a really interesting looking quilt. Now, if you want to add a second color, you could by putting the half colors, the second color on the other half of the half square triangles and the 4 patches. And yeah, you could have a lot of fun with this very quickly. You know, it's kind of versatile. It's very simple. It's easy to do. It's a great Friday block. Okay, so anyways, I hope you guys have an absolutely gentle week ahead. You know, life here has been very busy, and we're kind of glad for a gentle week that's coming up. So we're hoping that you have one too. And yeah, I hope you win Bob and Chicken and all sorts of wonderful things happen to you. Okay, you guys take care and stay well until we meet again. All right, bye. My husband and I would like to thank you for all of your support and watching our videos and sharing and liking. It has just been, you've put us on such an amazing journey, and we are having so much fun. I hope everything is going so well in your life, and you know, your 1/4 inch is perfect. Everything is working out for you. And we're just so happy to be part of your life, and you having, like I say, you're watching us. I was just so thrilled that you're doing that. So I want to say goodbye, and I want to thank you with all my heart. Okay? Take care. Bye.